channel. So welcome back to another week of the Binding Studio life. So I released my first vlog the other week. A learning from that is I was just going to do monthly overviews, just kind of like get snippets throughout the month and then just kind of talk through what happened and my learnings and all that stuff. The videos ended up going for like way longer than I thought they would. Yeah, just gonna restructure it a bit. I'll maybe do like weekly overviews, or this week I'm actually going to set myself a challenge because so much stuff has been coming out recently about like having routines and doing these like rituals every morning that help you get in like a good headspace and all this stuff. And literally just like in so many parts of my life, like I've been really drawn to like reading more articles on like journaling and having these routines, and even like in my astrological reading it's like you should set a routine and you'll be better at this. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should listen to all these signs and do it. And if you watched my previous video, you probably found out that I am very lenient with my week structure. I have my to-do list, but however that gets done, I could be working very early or at night, or just varies on how I'm feeling. And I think that's worked for me. Like I get stuff done, but I feel like I want to give it a go of trying to follow a bit of a structured routine. So I've set alarms for 5:30 a.m. to get up, 12 p.m. to have a lunch break, and 4 p.m. to finish work for the day. I'm very bad at finishing work. I will just work until I feel like I get something done, and there's always stuff that needs to be done. So yeah, I find it hard to step away. So by having alarms, I feel like that makes me feel like I have the pressure to finish, or like something in place to help me finish. So what my plan is, I'm going to wake up at 5:30 every morning. I'm going to do 15 minutes of journaling. So I'm going to stay at home, and while I've like just woken up and I'm in that state, like they say that you can tap into some more creative areas and unveil these areas of your subconscious because you're still in like a dreamy state. So I'm going to do 15 minutes of journaling when I wake up, and then have to get out of the house. That could be going for a walk, going and sitting and watching the sunrise. At the moment the sunrise is about just 5:45, so I'll catch that in time, or go to yoga, or just move and do something to get out of the house and refresh. So that's another thing. And then obviously I come home, make coffee, sit down with Darcy and Roscoe, make some breakfast, and then get into my day. And that's one thing I've noticed as well, is that I'm living in a house where people have normal jobs and have to get ready for work. So it is a very flustered morning where there's people kind of always running around. So I feel like 8:30 is a good starting time where I probably won't get distracted. So try and stick with that. Yeah, work for a few hours, make myself an actual nourishing lunch rather than just like putting Vegemite on toast and quickly eating that while I'm still sitting at the screen. So actually stepping away from the screen for lunch. And then yeah, obviously just having a finish time. And a part of that is I'm going to try set maybe 15 minutes or so before bed every night to read a book. I've got about like 5 books that I've kind of like halfway through or just started, just because I'm so bad at putting aside the time to just read and relax. So I'm going to do that every night as well and see if I can progress through a book. And that's where I'm at. Hope we'll see if it helps productivity or even just mindfulness or just vibes and how I'm feeling. Actually just finished what I was meant to be doing, which I feel good about doing. I'm gonna make myself some lunch and then just get stuck into the day of work. But yeah, I'll keep you in the loop with how everything goes, and waking up early every morning and getting shit done. So it is day 2 of my boundary challenge where I'm trying to set a schedule and follow it. I've been really good at getting up early, doing the journaling, getting out of the house and moving. Like that has been actually really enjoyable and easy to maintain, and I find that I come back from that really refreshed. So does Roscoe. Don't you, puppy? And yeah, that's actually a really nice start to the day. I have found though the journaling is interesting. I don't think I've got many insights through it or any. I think there's a few gratitude pieces that have come out of it. We'll see, maybe for moving forward, maybe I should have a bit more of, like, I'm just kind of going free for all and just writing whatever pops into my head. Maybe I need to sit down with an intention and have a question that I follow when I start doing it. So maybe that's something I can practice over the next coming days. But yeah, my biggest struggles has definitely been breaking at lunch for like a good chunk of time and finishing on time. Obviously last night was the first night, and so I've had these days nicely planned out, and then I've had these few urgent things that have popped up and I've needed to work on, and it's always such an internal battle. I'm like, I want to go back to you and just be like, hey, trying to set boundaries, please give me more time, but also like I'm not gonna go to them and just say no and leave them in the dark because of this. So I guess it's a matter of having that conversation of just being like, hey, I can get this done, but please make sure next time, like, give me more notice so I don't have to run around frantically or stay up past the time that I wanted to stop working to work on this. So yeah, even like it's just thrown, I've had to like rearrange the rest of my week of my time, like my schedule, which has been another good lesson. I did purposely leave some gaps open where I knew things might pop up, but a lot more things have popped up than I was expecting, so that's thrown out a bit. I ended up getting really hungry earlier than what I set my alarm to, so I had an early lunch, and I've just been working from home for the morning. What have I done? Just doing like a lot of changes, a lot of packaging stuff, which has been really nice, but I'm just getting I keep finding myself getting up to like make a tea or get a snack or keep going back to the cupboard to check if any new snacks have popped up, which why would they? So I'm actually going to go to a cafe around the corner and work from there for the afternoon. They're open till 4 p.m, which is nice. It's rare for cafes around here to open past like 2 o'clock, which is really annoying. So yeah, I'm going to go work there for a bit, I'll probably get a coffee, it's not too late, and chill out there and be that annoying last customer. It's a really cute cafe called Stable. It's around the corner. There's like a little ecosystem of these like-minded businesses that are based in the one spot, and I really like going there. It's just a good vibe. So I'll give you a little snippet of what it looks like and what I get up to there. I've got some boring tasks that I want to get done as well, like admin and a few things like that, so it's always nice to go to a cafe and get that out of the way when I'm in an inspiring environment. Almost 2 o'clock. Apparently I'm meant to finish in a couple of hours, and I've still got quite a few things on my to-do list, and I just hate finishing the day and not ticking off everything that I wanted to get done. It just really annoys me because I'll just probably end up laying in bed thinking about it and not going to sleep, and I need to get up at 5:30 and go for a walk and journal. So yeah, really want to get that stuff done. Good morning. I've had a lovely little morning outing. I started the day a bit later than my usual 5:30 that I was meant to be doing this week, and then had a coffee with Das, then met up with a friend, did some floor shopping, and then stopped by at the beach and went for a lovely swim, which was so nice. I think from this week I've just really learnt that getting out of the house and having something to do in the morning that gets me inspired and away from the desk is definitely a key thing that I'm going to be taking forward. I think starting and ending at a certain time and trying to have like structure or something like to outline just isn't for me. I really enjoy just listening to my body and like what's inspiring me. Like it's 10:30 a.m. now and I'm just about to start work, and I feel really inspired and like I actually will get good work done. And I probably will work a bit into the night, but I've had an amazing break this morning. I'll probably have another break for lunch later. And I just think that's how I work, and I need to accept that and stop trying to enforce these things I think I should do because other people are doing it. Journaling for me has been interesting as well. I enjoy the process of getting things out of my mind and onto paper. I think that's something really valuable. But I don't think, I was talking to a friend about this yesterday as well, I don't think it's something that should be forced every day as well, just because sometimes you're not in the right mindset to do it or it just doesn't make sense. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep journaling in mind for when there's something pressing that I feel like I need to get off my chest, which makes sense. But I'm really enjoying the reading at night time. I found a book that like I love, so I'm going to continue reading. Yeah, I think this has been a really confirming week that my structure, or lack of structure, meaning starting times and ending times, is just how I work and it benefits me, and I need to listen to that. But I really do enjoy getting up early and making the most of my mornings and getting in a good rhythm and not just like sitting down at the screen while I'm having my coffee and not having separation. So that has been a good learning lesson. I'm feeling really on top of my work this week. I've got a few admin pieces I'm going to do now after I finish my acai bowl. I'm going to do something for the Essentials Club, film a tutorial in classic Maddie style. We have a friend's wedding this weekend and I wanted to make a dress, which I've known about for months now, but it's 2 days before the wedding and I'm just deciding to make the dress now. Yay, go me. So I decided I'd bundle up into a tutorial and show the steps of how I come up with a design, draft it to cut out all the pieces to my body, and then make it an experiment and see how it turns out. I do have a backup dress for a minute, like one that I've had for a while now, which if all goes to shit I'll just use that, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm just doing a bit of screen time this morning, so not very exciting to watch, but maybe I'll show you where I end up setting up the the machine and do my tutorial. And then what am I doing this afternoon? And then I'm gonna be back on the screen doing some more work, and I'll probably edit the video next week that I'm filming today just because I want to get a few scenes over the weekend at the wedding actually wearing the dress. So fun times. I'll keep you in the loop and I'll show you how it all goes. So this is the frame for the tutorials that I use, which is our dining space. It looks very nice and clean here, but the reality is I move everything out of the way so it's a nice clean frame. Yeah, I'm gonna be here for the next hour or so making my dress. Good morning. So it is 7 a.m. Definitely not the sunrise time that I wanted to get up every morning, but I just kind of felt myself getting a little bit run down and sick last night. I think it's best to listen to your body, especially after yesterday's conversation of, I think that's how my schedule works best, if I just actually listen to my body and respond. So woke up an hour later than I should have. So fine with that. I actually had yoga booked in for this morning and I cancelled it because I just knew that if I did that, that would push me over the edge. So I'm just taking this morning a little bit slower. Got my coffee in hand and I've got a big day ahead. Got some work to get done. I have a meeting, some final bits of sewing, more work to do, and then Darcy and I are going up to Brizzy, which is about an hour and a bit drive from here, and we're going to go to a concert tonight, and then we have a friend's wedding tomorrow. So I really wanted to reserve myself all of these things coming up, but yeah, I'll show you how the day turns out. So I've just got back from my meeting, heating up some tasty leftovers, and then I'm going to do my final bits for the afternoon, and then it's the weekend, which is so exciting. But I doubt I will have any final moments to summarize my week of attempting to have a schedule. So I thought I'd do it now. I think my biggest learning was confirming that how I structure things actually does work well for me. Just listening to my body, resting when I need, knowing when I need to get stuff done, and making the time for that. That was nice to learn that that's how I work best. Just having to like finish at a certain time and have a break at this time just didn't work well. Like I got really hungry early one day, so I just had to eat earlier than when I was meant to break, and then it felt weird to just have a break. It just felt jarring, just forcing myself to follow a schedule. I did enjoy waking up early every morning and going, well, 4 out of 5 mornings. In saying that, I still got up at like 6:30 this morning, just not 5:30. And yeah, getting out of the house, going for a walk or for a swim, catching up with a friend. I think that was a really nice, refreshing start to the day, and I'm just going to keep implementing that. Even if it is just coming and sitting outside for the morning, or going for a drive, or even though we have coffee at home, go and have a coffee somewhere just to break things up. So definitely, especially going to the warmer months where the sun will be rising a bit earlier. We'll be living closer to the beach when we get our new place, so I can ride down there, and close to my yoga studio. I'm going to be riding distance from my yoga studio and a cafe that does epic pastries, so #balance. I thought it was really good to go through, and I've had a nice productive week. Still have a few things I need to do this afternoon, and maybe some little like, no, I've got a wedding, maybe Sunday I want to do some editing for the Essentials Club video, so get that out of the way. I don't know if you're into this stuff, but there's a full moon on this weekend, and I feel like everyone I talk to has just been feeling all the feels, and I think I've been feeling that a bit. Like yesterday I had that really nice morning out and about, catching up with friends, getting stuff done, going for a swim, getting my acai bowl and coming home, and I was just like on such a high. And then I just like really dipped low in the afternoon. I just wasn't, just for a couple of hours I just was sitting at my desk really uninspired, really agitated. I kept like getting up and changing spots. I was like working in the dining room. I guess it doesn't help not really having a working space, so I felt very just not grounded, and I was just really feeling it. And I think because I know we're so close to getting our new place, I think it's like really more obvious that I don't have my own space to work, and I think that's why I felt the need to do a routine, so I have something that grounds me. So yeah, yesterday afternoon it just felt a bit of a slump, but then like later in the afternoon and evening I was like, just got a massive burst of energy and was feeling high on life again. So that's life, you feel the ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's not for anything in particular, it's just your body or the moon. Maybe like, do you follow anything that helps you work, like any routines or structures or rituals? I think my biggest thing is like not feeling the need to have a structure, but maybe just rituals, getting out of the house or having breaks, but not, doesn't have to be a certain time. Yeah, what do you follow? I'm really intrigued to hear about people's, or maybe you are like a person who really works better when you start at a certain time, end at a certain time, have all that kind of stuff. I'm really intrigued to hear how other people work. Give me all your tips. I'm very excited. I literally just got off the phone from my solicitor and my broker, and the settlement was meant to be on the 25th of September, and it's just been pushed to the 17th, which is earlier, which is this Tuesday, which is 4 days away. That's so exciting, which means we're going to be in our place earlier if all the reno stuff goes well. So excited to have my own working space again, which I will feel so much more grounded in. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all your support, and see you in the next video.